if you could say something brilliant.
Oh, I had something brilliant in my head after you said something, and then I just kind of wished I went poof. It's gone.
It's gone.
Might come back. Might not. We'll see how this game goes. I got a Return of the Living Dead shirt from the rock shop.
Glow in the dark?
No.
Damn.
I don't think so.
It almost looks like it does, but at the same time, it doesn't.
It's the green.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, wait. We're already live.
And you know what they're.
We're already live, by the way, so here we go.
And you know what.
That's good parenting. When the kids come to your show, that's good parenting. Yeah. Speaking of shows, we went to one on Saturday.
We sure did.
What'd you think?
Well, it was good. It was good to see everybody again.
Yeah, good scene because, like I said, like when I saw Rick, I was like, "Oh," he's like, "Oh, it's good to see you." And I was like, "Dude, I don't think I've seen you since last Canada Day."
Yeah, that's probably it.
I've talked to him, but I don't think I've seen him.
I've probably seen him once before for stickers or something. I've probably seen him once before, but if that. Vic, I haven't seen in a while. Todd, I saw after King City practice.
Yeah.
But really, I mean, of all of them, Todd shouldn't be the one. Todd shouldn't be like, because Barney actually lives there. You know, maybe I should go over there once in a while. Not, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, you do you.
But whatever, fuck them.
I think they sounded pretty good for
Not playing for 5 weeks.
Not playing. Well, no. Stu was on vacation for 5 weeks, and then the weeks before that, they were. What I was getting, it was close to 2 months.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And they were supposed to practice on last Wednesday, but Rick couldn't make it, so they didn't do it. And then, yeah, I still think they nailed it.
They know their shit.
What do you think of Echoes in Exile? Did you watch any of them?
No. No, one of the fucking guys actually sent me a friend request.
Really?
From Exodus and Exile or something.
Guess I was a little bit too loud when I said, "Fuck! What the hell is this shit?"
No, I think I got it because I looked at it. Who the fuck is this? I thought it said you were a common friend. So a couple common friends, you, Rick, and Stolen Goods, I think. And so I just thought, okay, that's all cool, I guess. So I just fucking clicked okay. I don't know. I don't fucking know who's still. I don't know who the fucking Exodus and that whatever they fucking.
Echoes in
Exile. I don't know.
Echoes in Exile.
Oh, the hot goth girl there.
The keyboard player.
I don't know if she's a keyboard, but she had the shiny pants.
Yeah, she was the keyboard player.
Yeah,
if you actually watch the band,
I did watch the band.
She played keyboards and did some backing vocals. They all wore the
Brett the
Hitman Hard glasses. Yeah, hers were more industrial rave type thing because they just went all the way around. I don't even know what even held them on. I found and there's nothing wrong with this. I just found their sound a little bit too generic. Maybe not the guitars as much, but the vocals just sounded way too top 40 rock for me. They had the look of this industrial thing. They could have done it, but I think they might have the wrong guitar player for that. you have to have a guitar player that's into effects, that's into not being virtuoso. Is that how you say that?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Nailed it. Oh, wait, Pat's here.
Hi, Pat.
Hey, Pat. So we saw Pat. Did we talk about Pat's fucking song that we heard 2 weeks ago at the show?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know.
You listened to it. What did you think of it? I only got to hear chunks of it because I was quite busy.
Well, it was only on the phone, but what I heard was pretty good.
Yeah. The show on Saturday.
Yeah.
Who stole the show?
Well, I'd rather let it see never another.
But who really stole the show?
I don't know. Pray for rain?
No.
No.
Scarecrow and Murder.
What?
Everybody wanted to know, what is this shit that you guys are working on? What is this shit?
Yeah.
What is this shit?
The fuck-
People coming up to us and asking us about this shit. What is this you're working on? What are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Fucking short little blonde haired guy fucking pointing at the shirt. He's like, this is awesome, this is awesome. And I was just like, I gave him how it came up, you know, I gave him the history.
I
of it.
told him that. I said, I don't know. Grandma fucking texted me one day. He said, we're going to call ourselves something. And I think it was because we were
jamming with
doing Krista, with
KPS.
KPS. Yeah, that time. And he said, yeah, we're going to call ourselves Scarecrow and Murder. I said, okay, that's cool. Why Scarecrow and Murder?
Because it abbreviates to S&M.
That's exactly what he said. Right then, I was fucking slow. I was at work. I'm like, I'm sold.
Because you can put on a poster, you just have to put S&M. You don't even have to put Scarecrow and Murder.
Nope.
You just put a band called S&M, and that fucking money.
That's
Because sex sells.
You're damn right.
And
it
the
does.
first thing they think of is sex. They're like, I gotta see this. What is this? You know?
Well, that's why they put Scarecrow and Murder on, so you know there's no false advertising.
Yeah,
The fine print.
yeah. Or you put, like how you have the S&M and then
Yeah, the big
Scarecrow.
with
I got this one today.
Yes.
It says, holy fuck, what happened?
Jesus shit.
Jesus shit. I have to really just start up my own little shirt
Clothing
store, clothing line, atrocious wear.
Expensive clothing.
Atrocious clothing for atrocious people. That's the catchphrase. Because I really want to do that one that
I'm
that
here
I
to
seen.
fuck other people who I'm here to fuck your wife.
Yeah, that one. But I'm going to make one just for you that says I'm here to fuck somebody's mom. That's yours. I'm here to
That was a good time. But no, I thought Never Another was great. Todd was good, I guess. I mean, I'm going to careful fucking drums, no offense, Todd. But hey, Todd was good. The bass, man, that came through. That sounded really good that time.
Yeah, no, they mic everything, and then they got a dude
Yeah,
that does the sound for them.
yeah.
So, and then also,
But yeah, Stu's bass was nice. Fucking Rick's guitar was nice and chunky.
Pray for Rain was mine too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Vic, like I said back at the show there, I said Vic's habit is you get your sound dialed in, everything sounds fucking perfect. Then you go get new gear.
Yeah, and then he shows up with new gear.
New gear. Then he
Gets
has
into the first song,
Which
which
he hasn't
was
played.
it was an older one.
Signs. No, it wasn't Signs.
No, it wasn't Signs.
Oh,
We've heard, like I'm saying, a song we've heard many times.
Oh, one of the ones I helped right at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the ones that I did. Yeah, it was.
See, Grave. Where's Grave? What is Grave? When is Grave?
My grave.
I'm gonna see his grave in about 5 years.
Wah, wah, wah. 5 years my ass. I'm a cockroach. I'll live forever.
Oh, probably. I'm going down that road too. My thing is that I was really surprised when he took the criticism on the fact that he's like, yeah, this is my first time playing this thing. And I went up to him. I couldn't take it. I was going to tell him after the show. I told you that.
Oh, yeah, and that's what I told
And then I said, I can't do this anymore. After 2 songs, out of maybe the 10 that they played, I had to go tell Vic. I was like, dude, you got too much treble. Like you're very twang.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh really? And he's like, yeah. So and then
that's when the downfall happened. And he started he tweaked it in right, and then he hit a fucking pedal or something like the last 2 songs, and then it just fucked up the whole fucking.
Yeah, he did something that at the very end.
Because again, new equipment that he hasn't had time to play with and learn.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, but I mean, it was all fun, all good fun, and it was good times.
Oh, there's a huge metal show. Yeah.
Yeah, Without Mercy too.
Without Mercy. This Friday at the Chill House. Yeah. No. I was actually thinking about that one. There's some sort of punk thing happening during the day on Saturday. I can't remember what it is. For some reason, I think it's at the Canadian Tire. It's outdoors. I know that. I'd have to see if I can find it.
Well, if you go to the Chill House, let me know. I'll tag along.
Yeah, no, for sure. You know how it works. You come here, we'll fucking.
Yeah, we can do that.
We can take it in. You know, there's a place here. You know that.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. I can't find this thing now.
What thing?
There's something that's happening this.
Oh, the outdoor punk show and
Yeah.
and the old Canadian Tire.
Yeah.
What's the old Canadian Tire? I haven't been down there in a while. What's there now?
Nothing.
Oh. There's an empty building, or they tear it down.
It's just an empty building right now. It's just waiting to
Someone to move in.
someone to move in. They're trying to get someone in there, but I can guarantee you that there is some squatters going on there.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, that whole area just went to shit as soon as they put the bottle depot in next door.
Huh.
The bank. Oh fuck! I had some good ones on the weekend that I just wasted. Oh, like there were ones where I needed I needed at least an audience of 10 people.
Yeah.
I wish I would have remembered them.
And I also thought too, sorry, that's pretty cool. Got another pick of the OG, Never Another.
That was awesome. Things on fire, blah blah blah.
It's kind of like the Dee Dee Ramone thing. I always thought Ace Frehley, but Dee Dee Ramone actually probably works a little better. Dee Dee leaves the fucking Ramones, but he's still friends with the guys. He still writes songs and shit.
He still wrote the songs.
He still wrote them. He's still for buddies, but and still has the fame for being in the Ramones. I kind of thought that I got a little bit of fame of being the and everybody knew it. But Stu is wicked, man. He's a good bass player.
He's
Considering he's a drummer.
Stu is a great musician. I'm barely a bass player.
I can count to 4.
I can count to 4. That's what it. The dude was playing bass. He was doing the pedal thing, doing the whole Geddy Lee thing with the pedal. Dialed into the keyboard. He would do some keyboard things real quick, and he would play a couple notes and go do on the fucking bongos.
Yeah.
I was just like, when I see him do that, I'm just like, fuck. I wouldn't even attempt that in practice because I would just be like, dude, I just want to fucking play.
That's right.
That's just to me, that's like work. He was wearing his big Canada Day flag. It's every year. There's fireworks. Pray for Rain. Very good. this incarnation. What were they before? Something about a fly or something like that. Or what were they like years and years ago?
Rocking my shoe, I think.
No.
Rims.
No, something about a fly.
Oh no! That's another. That was another band. That was before. That was Mosquito.
Mosquito, that's what it was.
But that wasn't.
No,
Oh yeah, Rob did sing for
Rob-
Mosquito. He
yeah,
did sing
Rob
for
sang
Mosquito.
Mosquito.
Yeah, that's right.
Because he had what's his name? Kenny was in the
Kenny
band.
was on it.
Kenny was the second guitar player. They had another guy before Kenny. Kenny joined.
Fab or whatever, the little guy. Faz or Fab or
Yeah.
Fod. That's
Yeah.
what his name was, Fod. And Todd on drums.
Did Todd play drums with them?
Oh no, that was Soundcheck. No, you're right. I'm like, you said Kenny.
Soundcheck was Kenny
Kenny.
playing guitar and singing.
Yeah. Well, Soundcheck eventually it was fucking. It was IOB. It was Sean singing, Kenny on guitar, Todd on drums, and the other guitar.
That big bass player dude.
Steve on bass.
Yeah.
And I think it was Chubb on guitar. I'm not sure. But there was another guitar player. And because Sean said, yeah, but Kenny there apparently had a little bit of a problem there going on. So
Oh yeah.
even on IOB, you always have emergency football games. I have to go because I'm the coach. Emergency out of the blue football games.
I don't know if everybody sees that blocking your pretty face.
But no, I was kind of.
What did you think of like the different cover songs that they played? Like they were a little bit different.
You think they're a little different?
The fact that they played Danko Jones, yeah, different.
But he's always done that, though. Rob's always done that, even in Mosquito.
Yeah, I know, but it just means that like it's different. You don't
you mean different from other bands, not different for them.
Yeah, not different, but different than the norm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have like that mainstay of they play a tragically.
They
hip
got
song.
their My Sharonas and all that
like
stuff.
That.
And
they got those ones, and you know they played an AC/DC, but they played Problem Child, which is like not a hit, but like it's Problem Child would have been on that borderline. It was like a number 3-4 single off an album, whatever album it was. Where nobody really cared, and like yay, new AC/DC song came out. Oh, it's Problem Child, yay!
I bet you I heard it a million times. Yay!
Yeah, because I bought the album. Yay! We're gonna bring the book out because I told you that this was going down.
Going down.
This weekend.
Down.
And Pat, I want Pat. I want to get Pat's opinion on this too. This weekend is the last
Sabbath.
last Sabbath, last Aussie.
The Aussie farewell.
It's Aussie farewell. It's going to be last Aussie, last Sabbath. Because, unless I bring back Martin. I don't even know. Is he still alive?
I don't know.
He was their singer for many years. And
Sabbath?
yeah, Martin.
They can bring back Ian Gillian, too. Deep Purple. Lucky Rob Halford sung for them for a while.
You know what I didn't find, though?
What?
I have to look it up, and we're going to have it. Apparently, Motley Crue did a show the same weekend that I did.
Mm-hmm.
And Sebastian Bach said.
Yeah, because Vince Neil had to cancel. I read that because Vince Neil had to cancel.
He's still recovering from a surgery or something like that.
Now, did Sebastian Bach, my question was, did Sebastian Bach sing or did Sebastian Bach I think Sebastian Bach had his own band and did his own thing because I was reading that article and it said at the end he played a couple of Motley hits. Because when I went and saw him, he did Shout at the Devil.
I don't know if he did a whole show with them.
I don't think he did it with
What?
them. I think with Vince Neil, I think the whole crew dropped out, so they got replaced with Sebastian Bach.
I'm gonna look into that. I've been meaning to look into that one, and it keeps slipping my mind, and I always think about it at the wrong time.
But I was reading on that, and I was wondering that too. I was thinking, well, did he sing with Motley Crue or did he sing with his own? And I was reading,
The story that I
read down the script list, and then it said at the end on his encores, he played a Motley Crue hit, which I saw was Shout at the Devil. So Motley Crue probably just backed out, and Sebastian Bach took over his band.
Bring it up.
I don't fucking know where it is.
Sebastian Bach has stated that he was actually joining Motley Crue in 1992 when Vince Neil left.
Yes.
I did not know that. Let's put this at the end of this little search. We'll put 2025 at the end of the search and see what it comes up with. Sebastian Bach recently stepped in for Vince Neil at a Niagara Falls show. That's the one I was reading about.
Yeah, that's the same thing, yeah.
And the fans online have been vocal about the appreciation for his performance. Additionally, I must be reading this because there's no way I would ever say that word. Additionally, there are tribute acts like Theater, Pain, and Riot acts that combine tributes to both Motley Crue and Sebastian Bach's Skid Row. Motley Crue has also announced a Las Vegas residency for 2025. Does Vince Neil and the rest of Motley Crue understand what residency actually means?
Who's gonna play every fucking night?
That means you play every fucking night.
They've already done one though.
They've
done one before already.
Yeah, but
that was years
it
ago.
must have been years ago.
Well, it was with Mick Mars.
Yeah, and I was listening to a live. It was on Sirius, and they were playing a live Motley Crue song. I don't know when it was from because it doesn't tell you what year it was from or anything like that. It just says Motley Crue, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Fuck! It was terrible.
Well, Nikki Sixx said he always wanted to go out on top on the last big fucking bamboozle they fucking gave us. He said, I want to go on top.
I want to go back in time to that show so bad now. Because, fuck, it was a while back.
It was a while back. It was 2015.
I think for some reason I got in my head even longer.
Maybe. Fucking all good things must come to an end tour. And so they wanted to go out on top, which I thought was pretty cool. So they made that big fucking stunt about it. And then fucking aim through the mud. Everybody sits there and bitches about Gene Simmons for fucking cashing in. Look at fucking Nikki Sixx. That motherfucker, holy shit.
Well, because he wants to be Gene Simmons. He's always wanted to be Gene Simmons.
I guess. Even though he said, even though I was reading shit or watching shit where he's putting Kiss down. Oh, they're not my heroes anymore.
2015. Okay, how about that? All right, you were right. I'm going to call you on that one. But Pat, this is for you.
There's a 64.
Because Pat knows. I'm going to write this down.
Pat knows.
And we're going to put Chris. And then we're going to put me. We're going to go to Chris.
All right, we're playing a game.
What? You got to name 2 songs. Just think about it. What are the last 2 songs that Ozzy does? What's the last Ozzy song? What's the last Sabbath song?
Last Ozzy song is Mama, I'm Coming Home.
What's the last Sabbath one?
Probably Iron Man.
I'm not gonna fight you on that one, but I want to.
Iron Man or Paranoid?
You got one.
That's all it is.
See, I was gonna go with Paranoid. I have that one.
It's a toss up, but I'm thinking the most part of the pot. Like Ozzy's Mom I'm Coming Home. Remember how Motley Crue, like, we were just talking about their last song was Home Sweet Home in the middle of the fucking thing?
They did. That was not their last one, though.
Oh, wasn't that their last one?
No,
And then they had all the fucking thing on the screens, like all the.
that was pretty good. I enjoyed that. Just because of the fact that it took me back to 1986.
I looked up set list. I think it was the last.
I'm going to. It took me back to 1986.
Yeah.
1986 era, first fucking concert, Theater Pain. And what's the big song on the fucking radio that 1986 Aaron would know?
Yeah.
Whatever that fucking stupid ballad was. It was Smoking in the Boys' Room
Yeah.
and Home Sweet Home. Those are the one. And when I hear them live, not when I hear them now, when I hear recording them, I don't get that flashback. But when I hear them live, I get that. I get chills. I got chills when I saw them do that thing in the round, and I was like, "This is great that I'm seeing this end," because I saw it really close to the beginning. They had 2 albums before that. I was on the 3rd album, and so like I'm going in like I'm there early. You know, like you were probably there early, but
I didn't go.
But you were listening to it.
Oh, I was listening to Motley Crue. Yeah,
you were listening to Motley Crue.
Listening to them. Yeah, I wasn't at that show though.
But you weren't at the show. But you went in early. You were there at that.
Yeah.
You were there at Theater of Pain.
Yeah,
Or no, in your head.
Yeah,
you were listening to it.
I think that's what. No, I honestly think that's.
You were copying a tape from somebody that had that tape.
Yeah, but I think that was the era that I came into.
Yeah, a lot of us did.
Yeah.
A lot of us did because there's no way that 1984, Chris.
83 would be listening to Shut Up the Devil.
You're not listening to Shut Up the Devil at 83.
No.
Let's see.
But see, that's what I think they should have done with Kiss too. You know, I think they should have done it, and I know they played a lot of cool fucking songs that weren't on, like the couple of unmasked songs rather than just Heaven's on Fire and Lick It Up. They played some other good songs as well, but they should have done something like that. You know, instead of fucking promoting those fucking cartoons that they're fucking doing. They should have went through and did a history of the band. You know what I mean? But at the end, when they were playing "God Gave Rock and Roll to You,"
they should have played that one.
They should have had "God Gave Rock and Roll," and then they should have had going like a montage of all the different eras and all the different people that helped out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Bill Aucoin have some stuff up there with him. You know, probably Cher too, because we all know Gene loves Cher.
Dude, nothing will ever beat when fucking Paul Stanley fucking cock blocked.
I know.
Because he knows that Shannon's like right there.
And it's gonna be problems.
And there's gonna be problems and he has to fucking get in there and save the day.
That's the wingman.
Oh, was it Pat's got his.
Bark at the Moon.
He's got Bark at the You what? You think I'm hearing fucking rumors that J.T. Lee might show up.
Oh, really? I heard that too. I kind of want to say maybe I heard it from you. Maybe.
No, I just read it.
Which I don't know why. I reckon watched something on and fucking the Osbournes fucking ripped them off. He wrote all fucking Bark at the Moon and not one fucking writing.
Yeah, I hear he got the 3M fucking Edison deal.
Yeah.
What you write
is Ozzy.
It belongs to the belongs to the Ozzy Osbourne Corporation.
Yeah, it's fucking Ozzy, so you get paid a written for. Even though they brought, he said too, he's like, I should have had a contract before I started writing them. But then he did the Ultimate Sin, which didn't do as well as Bark at the Moon. But I think that time he made sure he got a contract with it. Or they screwed him out of money. I don't fucking know. But yeah, I think they should have done something like that with Kiss, when they did the flashbacks throughout the. I like the fact that they played like other songs, the non-makeup songs, despite the fact that they were in makeup. And that's what I'm thinking too. That thing they're doing down in Vegas, that Kiss Storm, fucking Kiss Army Storm in Vegas. I think I would get that because like, apparently Bruce Kulick is going to be there. He's going to come on and play.
No, sorry, you were correct. Home Sweet Home was the last song.
Yes, which is why.
But they walked off to Frank Sinatra's My Way.
Yes. Don't remember that, but yes.
I'm looking at a couple here. Vancouver's not on here, but the set list stays the same every show.
Well,
and
the day before, the day after, it's going to
Yeah.
stay the same.
Yeah, so I got the Edmonton one, I got the Calgary one. One, I was really surprised they played Motherfucker when we saw them.
Oh, motherfucker of the world or
Or
whatever.
Motherfucker of the Year. I was really surprised at that one. And not too long after that, my favorites is what's he say? They won't play Die Young. No.
No, they won't play that young.
You think Bark at the Moon?
For Ozzy, the last one, I don't think so.
For me,
Bark at the Moon would be
my
the
last
best.
Ozzy, that yours is really good. I like yours because of the fact that it says it's over.
That's good. That's what I thought Motley Crue doing that. We were just talking about the Motley Crue show, and that's why.
Home Sweet Home, yeah, it says that it's over, it's done. Probably his biggest hit.
Yeah.
And
Lemmy's too.
And Lemmy's. I don't know. It's a big toss up between Ace of Spades and that one.
Well, it is, but that one, that was like commercially successful. But Lemmy said too, he made more fucking money in writing for Ozzy's album than he ever did on Motorhead.
I saw that on that thing that I was telling you about, the Wrecking Crew.
Yeah.
I wake up early on Saturday. I put on a documentary about Wrecking Crew, about the band that wrote everything in the 50s, 60s, and a little bit into the 70s. And I can't remember the name of the fucking guy now. This dude, the Wrecking Crew was fucking incredible how they played. Perfection persona, like perfection to perfection.
Yeah.
They would write and record a song in 3 hours. Perfect. They would give it to somebody else and it would take them 70 hours to learn it. One guy played for somebody for 3 hours, did a 3-hour thing with them, recorded his part. It was a drummer, I think. He made more money because the Wrecking Crew also had day jobs.
Mm-hmm.
This guy made more money in the 3 hours that he recorded with this dude than he made in a week
At a day job.
at his day job. There was the drummer that started playing with Nancy Sinatra during the whole 1966, 1967, whenever Boots came out. Who's making $2,500.
Oh, you're telling me that.
And and so I looked it up. What is $2,500 in 2025? It works out that it's $250,000.
Yeah.
So this guy was
per
making $1 million a month
Oh, per month.
playing the drums. Today's time.
Oh yeah, but that's per week.
Yeah,
Yeah, fucking with $2,500 fucking per week is fucking great.
that's fucking 10 grand
Huh?
today. Like still, I'm going with a hard hitting one. I'm going with I'm gonna go Crazy Train.
The last one.
This last.
Yeah, I was tossing up between Mama and Coming
I'm
Home.
doing Crazy Train and Paranoid.
I honestly, when it came to Mama I was Coming Home, I was tossing up between Crazy Train and Mama I'm Coming Home. And I was tossing up on one of those. One of those has to be it. But then I thought the Motley Crue thing and the thing.
Mama, I'm Coming Home because of the fact that it's over.
Done. Yeah. Let me put the.
You might as well be fucking finishing with fucking Beth.
Yeah. Now let me just tell you this, and mark my words. After this event is done,
Mm-hmm.
don't know when, don't know how. Sometime between the Sunday after
Yeah.
and December 31st, Ozzy Osbourne will be dead.
I'm giving him 2 more years.
I think this is it.
Unless this whole thing is announced because of the fact that there is some underlying issue.
Mm-hmm. Well, of course, it's the underlying issues. That's why I think it. Not even gonna die naturally. Fuck, he'll never die naturally.
You don't really think Bark of the Moon to be Pat? I got a fart. I don't know. Maybe Pat's onto something.
I don't think Bark at the Moon either.
I don't think Bark of the Moon. I don't see Bark of the Moon. I see Crazy Train.
Or Mama, I'm Coming Home. I saw Crazy Train too.
I think you're gonna win that one.
Because of Randy Rhoads, and then doing the big computer montage of fucking Randy Rhoads, and because that guy and shit, and they're fucking.
No.
Everybody's doing fucking montages down in my world.
Ozzy will use some backing tracks, which is okay. Ozzy also uses monitors
Well, yeah, to
remind you.
Silver Steel.
Of course, Vince Neil is.
I mean, he doesn't even fucking. I mean, I don't know how he can fucking look at him and not fucking say the words.
Even when he's looking at him,
He's looking, he can't fucking say them.
They gotta put him in. What do they call that? When you see a word, but you have to put it in the credit.
Phonics.
The phonics, yeah, the phonics way of it. Like how.
Well, what they need to fucking do is get those fucking meta glasses and then fucking have it just shoot across the fucking screen.
He needs a big, huge teleprompter, like the big screen. You can kind of see
The
through.
clear one, yeah.
Yeah, like what they use for
The heads up displays.
Yeah, the heads up displays, like what the presidents and all that use when they do their speeches. Well, some of them, and then some of them also just make it up as they go along. Ozzy will be using backing tracks.
Ozzy always uses backing tracks.
When we saw Kiss in 2019, I could tell when Paul Stanley's backing tracks
Yes, because he's
went
hot.
up a little bit more. Like I can see when he started off, and I can see where they were, and I can see where they kind of the levels changed a bit. It was quite soon, and then all of a sudden it dropped down because all of a sudden they did a bunch of Gene songs, and all of a sudden so he gets a little bit of a break, and then all of a sudden they do like some more Paul Stanley's, which he was the majority of the singers.
But also too, because still get the high voice, and he doesn't have a high voice. And that's the one thing I gotta say about Sonic Boom and Monster. Much as I don't like those albums, at least Paul's voice is Paul's voice. You know what I mean? It's not back. It's not high like it is back in Detroit Rock City. It's because the guy's like 70-something years fucking old. It's not going to be the fucking same, especially when you sing high.
Oh, what I'm gonna go off on?
Hmm?
I think I might be wrong with my Crazy Train.
Okay.
I think they're gonna pull fucking Freddie Mercury with fucking Randy Rhoads.
I think they're going to do a
They're gonna fucking hologram on stage.
Oh, great point. Sharon's died. I wouldn't put it past her.
I don't think it will give the same effect of when Brian May sees it.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I've seen footage of the Freddie Mercury hologram on stage. Brian May can't see it, but it's on a big screen behind him, and he knows it's there. That guy is struggling to keep it together. He misses the dude, right?
Yeah, of course.
I don't think. Maybe I could be wrong with the hologram thing, because I don't think the Randy Rhoads hologram would be the same thing for Ozzy as it would be for the fans, which what really is the show is about.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, too, like you said, Brian May was about to crack off, right?
Yeah.
And Ozzy might do the same thing too, because even to this day, when you hear him talking about Randy Rhoads, he gets a little choked up. Same with Gene when he talks about Eric Carr, he gets a little choked up.
Gene and Eric Carr is a different story because of the fact that it was a long process.
Yeah.
Randy Rhoads was more instant. Are we only fucking halfway through this shit? Fuck's sake!
Well, I only started early.
We did start it early.
That's the Canada Day present. Well, I fucking hopped onto the website, remember, a couple of years ago to see what was going down in White Rock tomorrow. I remember 2 years ago, fucking Lee Aaron was fucking playing in White Rock.
Yeah.
No, they're not playing this year.
Is anybody playing?
There's somebody playing. Anybody that I know of? No.
No. Yeah. They've had some pretty good acts.
Like they got a tribute to the Guess Who. The Guess Who tribute band. They're pretty big. They're one of the big ones for Canada. The Guess Who. Randy Bachman and.
I would say that, but tribute is like, meh.
Oh, the tribute. I thought you meant the actual Guess Who.
Yeah.
No,
Sorry.
They were big.
They were big,
music.
and they did.
Horton Cummings and Bachman.
Bachman.
Then they did BTO, which was another big one.
Yeah. Entertainment headliner. Yeah, it's a tribute to the
Guess Who.
Guess Who, and then there's an opener of Richard Tickleman and bam.
Whoever Richard Tickleman is.
Tichelman. That says Tickleman.
That's a Tickleman.
A magnetic force in the pop music scene whose journey is a dazzling blend of raw talent and passionate storytelling and guitar strings that sing.
Boring. That screams boring.
That does scream boring. I'm sorry. If you have to describe it like that,
it's like if you see a bunch of Chinese restaurants, they're all going to be named Yummy House, Tasty Food, Tasty Walk. All something like, it's all going to be fucking yummy or
here comes China.
Here comes China. But I shit you not. You look at fucking these Chinese food places, all of them, maybe not the big ones, but like the littler one, Yummy House. Like the one in the Alder Grove Inn, they used to call themselves Yummy House. The Chinese food place in there.
I don't even remember it.
I do,
I don't know how you remember that.
Because that's where I got this whole idea that all these.
You know what I do
places are
remember
yummy
though?
and tasty.
Because a few weeks ago it was the day of all days. It was Father's Day.
Yeah.
We went out. So we picked up Mrs. So we had Mrs. Aaron. We picked up Mrs. Aaron's parents. And we went out to Newlands out in Langley. Why we went way the fuck out there, I don't know.
Newlands is good. I've been there before.
Yeah, still
Long
good.
time ago.
Yeah, it's still good food, but to avoid all the bullshit, and because the way the highway goes this way, but Newlands is this way, we went down Fraser Highway.
Yeah.
We went through the old stomping grounds, and it's still pretty slow and stuff. So I gave a little tour of like Jackie knows. She's like, yeah, where the Alder was, totally gone. Overpaid by the city. The city gave them millions for that.
Did they?
Yes.
Huh.
Like they were just like, apparently it was in the range of $4 million.
Wow.
To just go away. Here's $4 million for your $900,000 business.
I take it. You was as soon as the ink dried on the fucking check, I'd be fucking gone.
Yeah.
That's right.
Or no, what? I would ask for one of those big ones.
No, don't do that. Then they gotta go to a sign guy to make it. The sign guys take forever.
Yeah, they
Don't
do.
that shit.
Fuck, if they ask questions and
Oh fuck that game.
they're like, "Oh fuck, you sign guys." So and I don't remember the name of the Chinese food restaurant, which is funny, but I remember things like I remember Big D. I remember.
I forgot all about Big D, but until now.
Yeah, like just going to Big D's for burgers.
Well,
And going to Big D's for burgers and going around the corner, there was a corner store just right around the corner from them. Y&T or
Well, A&Y.
A&Y.
That was down farther by the Legion.
Okay, not that one. There was one that was right around the corner from there.
Hasty Market?
No, the other way.
Fred's?
Fred's.
Yeah, it was right by Big D.
Yeah.
It was right around the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fred's.
Fred's. Fred was the Asian guy that owned it.
Yeah.
Before going to the Big D's, we would pick up a copy of Buy and Sell. And in the Buy and Sell, we would be looking in the music section. We would be looking at musical instruments.
Yeah.
We would be always circling. And I can't get over the fucking price of like Marshall stacks and things like that. Like we're talking 100-watt tubed Marshall with a cap for like $500. You can't fucking find that nowadays.
Crazy.
But you put the conversion and all that other shit.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. But it was crazy. You can find them. It was funny. It was just fun to do. I just remember that. And it almost reminded me of what we did a few weeks before Father's Day when we were out in Fort Langley. Like it was almost the same thing. It's like fuck. We should have brought a fucking, but they don't make them anymore.
Fucking what?
A Buy and Sell magazine.
Oh yeah.
And just started circling shit. Yeah, and then pointing out, there was a little bit of a massage parlor right there next to the Safeway.
Yep. Rhonda told us that.
Didn't even know that was there. By the time I found out about it, it was gone.
Because she was working somewhere else beside it.
She was working at a restaurant next
Dairy
door.
Queen or something, or I don't know what Dairy Queen. Otherwise,
I think it was a Chinese food restaurant next
Oh
door.
yeah, it was the Chinese food restaurant that was in there, I think. And she said, because she said that the girls would always come in and get like lunch and stuff, and they'd always be in robes and.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you about the one here in the WAC? There was one here.
Do tell. Rubber Tug Place?
Yeah. Oh no, we just scrolled for some reason. Are you going to purchase streaming tickets for the Aussie event? We don't know yet.
I'm still on the fence about
We're on the
that.
fence about it just because of the fact that it's an all-day event. It might turn into some backing noise.
Yeah.
And plus, it's during the day, and I said there was that punk show that's happening here, and I got to stop by Long McQuaid. They got a poster for it.
That function. All right, let's
During
go.
the day.
Let's go to Chill House this weekend.
We'll go to the Chill House on Friday.
Let's do that.
Pat, we are going to the Chill House on Friday.
Yeah.
Be there, be square.
I'll come there first and we'll get shittered.
Yo.
I'm off all week, so I got nothing better to do with my fucking life.
I will be home by 3:30.
Perfect. I'll be here by 6. What time?
I'll be here at 3:35.
Oh, what time does the show start? Early,
They do. They start at 6:30 to 7 o'clock.
I'll be here.
And I think this was the one. I think they're actually doing 4 bands this time on the show.
I'll be here at 4. Gotta prime up first. They start early. Yeah, I forgot about that.
We can sit out on the balcony and partake in whatever gets us going.
Sure.
Whatever you need, whatever I need.
Yeah.
and then we will.
I think there gonna be some Caesars that night. Well, I had those Caesars on Friday night. Oh, that from fucking Abbey Road there, fucking disgusting. Abbey Road.
Remind me where Abbey Road is.
You remember?
For some reason, I know the name, but I can't picture
All
it in my
right,
head.
you know where? Remember where I used to live on Marshall and shit?
Yeah.
And there's that McDonald's
Oh,
on
Abbey
the-
Road next to the Burger King.
Yes.
Yes. No. Okay. So I renovated the big, huge box store right below it.
Bad fucking Caesars.
So no, but I'm renovating the big box store right below it. It's 1:00 in the morning. I'm working at night, and I'm doing this. I am bringing things in and out of the store, and I'm hearing this fight go on. I stop because I just love the story. I'm hearing two dudes yell at each other, and without telling you what color their skin were,
Because it doesn't matter.
because it doesn't matter. But they said the word bro a lot.
Oh. Oh.
They're like, one guy's yelling at the
So they
other
were
guy.
white.
One guy's yelling at another guy. He's like, "Oh yeah, bro, you better fucking back off, bro. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna knock you up, bro. Well, bro, you can't knock out shit, bro. Bro. It's like that fucking scene out of fucking basketball. You know the one I'm talking about now.
I do.
Where they're just saying, dude. And the pinnacle of the yelling match is when the dude yells out, "You better watch yourself, bro. I'm from Surrey, bro." And then there's this other dude there who's around our age, and well, a little bit younger. He's about 10 years younger. And it just took me back, and I'm just laughing at this. Like that's the threat now, saying that you're from Surrey. That's the threat. And I was just like, were you ever at the bar when a dude would say that he knows a motorcycle enthusiast club? I'm not gonna say that. I'll say Disney. I'll say China.
Yeah.
I'll say United
Yeah.
States of America.
We're not saying.
But there's no fucking way I'm mentioning them.
That's like me opening a Ouija board. I want to do that.
Oh no!
No,
I'll open a Ouija board before I do that one.
Yeah,
I tell you,
I
there's
hear
no fucking way, because I've seen that happen. I remember at fucking Shitty Limits, dudes fucking beaking off about who they fucking know, and then nobody ever saw that dude again.
Yeah. The little fish in the big pond.
Oh yeah, because he somehow got to smoke half a joint
With the
at a club,
at a party house.
at a party
somewhere.
house somewhere. Maybe it was in Maple Ridge. I don't know.
Or
But
maybe, but it might not have been.
might not have been, allegedly.
We were drinking a lot back in those days.
Yeah, and I can tell you, I remember those dudes just poof, two-handed fucking dudes and say, "You know who I am? I know blah blah blah," and all of a sudden, nobody ever saw that dude again.
But the thing is, though, they weren't fucking the people of said four-wheel car club we were talking about just now. Those people, they were fucking they're actually pretty decent. You didn't shoot your mouth off? If you weren't going around shooting your mouth off like your kids
So-
in Turn Island?
Do you remember there was a Chinese food restaurant that where three of us worked? Me, a Italian guy that lives in Grand Prairie, and Jism Sodom. The three of us worked there.
Yeah.
We delivered the Chinese food. This guy was awesome. That guy paid us so good. I made more money then than I do now. Trust me. They were the best tippers of all time.
Well, because Chinese food's a little more, it's expensive as it is.
No, it's expensive as it is, but you delivered it and you got it there and all that stuff. I can tell you where there were some places in Abbotsford where they work. Yeah, I have to fucking wipe it off a little bit, but I would get like a $20 tip in 1991
Yeah, that was pretty good.
from these guys.
That was like 2 fucking tapes.
Dude, I was making $8 an hour when minimum wage was 6. I would make $8 an hour. I would make an extra $1 for every delivery that I did. So if we did our deliveries fast, we got an extra $1 because sometimes we would like do a delivery, but then we'd go fuck off and we'd like go pick up Ben or we'd pick up you or whatever like that. We'd pick somebody up along the way and then we'd go home and we'd miss 3 deliveries.
Yeah.
Or we'd hang out underneath the parkade or whatever because, you know, fucking Kent showed up and he took all his fucking clothes off. And we missed fucking deliveries again and, you know, just shit like that. So we got $9 for there. We got an extra $1 for every delivery we did, and we got to keep our tips. $20 was a huge fucking tip. That was fucking 2 hours worth of work.
Yeah.
Just for like a 10-minute drive. And it was just like, it was great. Our boss was fucking phenomenal. I remember, this is the one I really enjoyed. I did this big, huge delivery for this banker's party. I had to put every fucking seat down in my car. Take this food down. It was like $150 bill. And I get back.
Which back then was pretty. They Chinese food, you know?
Yeah.
$150.
That was like a
family
fucking,
of 2 or whatever.
yeah, that's like a family of 2 now. It was huge amount of food. It was on the floor in the front seat. There was stuff on the back seat. The front seat was down, the back seat was down. It was a hatchback. Everything was. It was like it took forever to get this food even in the house. They tipped me absolutely fucking nothing.
Really?
We got these bankers.
Oh, fuckers.
I go back to the fucking restaurant. The owner knows who they were. He was a big deal in the day in the business world of Abbotsford.
Like the Chamber of Commerce or
Yeah,
something?
he was a big deal. Everybody knew that, like, the Oriental Village, I'm going to name him,
Yeah.
was the fucking best Chinese food in Abbotsford at the time. It moved to the Dragon Fort. But at that time, in 1991, it was the best. It was a privilege. I go back to the restaurant, and this guy's name was Raymond. Raymond's like, how much of a tip did you get? I was like, I got fucking nothing. Those days, you remember, I was very pacifist in those days.
Mm-hmm.
I was fucking pissed because I was just like, I got fucking nothing. I don't even, like, what the fuck? I put every fucking seat down, I got fucking nothing. Raymond, fucking pissed. He's like, hold on. He fucking got in his car, he burned out of there, he went down to their fucking thing, I don't know what the fuck happened. Came back and he had to be $50. And that's fucking, it was a big deal. $50 is a big deal. Like you said, 20 was 2 albums.
Yeah.
$50, I'm like, fuck, I'm loaded.
That's right.
Let's get everybody loaded. Fucking a 6 of beer was like fucking $6.
That's something like that,
It was
yeah.
like almost $1 a beer. It still is, kind of, if you buy like the big one. But it was a big deal at the time. What did I hear is happening? Oh, in September, I'm going towards Pat. In September, I'm going to the Demolition Derby in Hope. I've been meaning to go
Cool.
for like 80,000 years,
Yeah.
maybe 10. 100,000.
100,000.
100,000 years. That's how many. I've been waiting to go for 100,000 years. I'm going to go to the Demolition Derby in September. Pat, you still need to give me your fucking 2 songs for fucking Ozzy. Last Sabbath, Last Ozzy.
He said Bark at the Moon for Ozzy.
I don't think he'll be barking the moon.
I
He'll
don't
be
think so.
playing it. I think he'll play
Oh,
it.
he'll play it, and that might be when
And
Jake
the-
appears.
And Jakey Lee might appear. I've heard rumors of it just because of the fact that was it this year or last year, whatever it was, he was randomly fucking shot.
Yeah, I read something about that. He said he's doing better, and
He's
the
doing
people,
better.
other people have been caught and prosecuted.
Yeah.
Prosecuted.
It was just a random fucking shooting. I don't know if they were shooting at a house and he was just caught.
Well, he said he also said too that gun was involved. The gun that shot him was involved in 2 murders.
Was one of them Kennedy?
I don't know. But the one of the gun that shot him was involved in 2 murders.
That's something. Like just random. Like when I remember hearing about that one, he was just randomly shot.
Yeah.
It was shocking. I think yours are gonna. But I've also heard the rumors are that he's only doing like 5-6 songs with both bands.
Yeah.
So he's probably gonna do like Crazy Train.
Oh, Crazy Train.
What was the first one off of the title track?
Off of Blizzard of Oz.
No, not Blizzard of Oz.
Bark at the Moon.
He's gonna do
Sorry,
Bark of the Moon,
yeah.
Crazy Train, Mama I'm Coming Home, No More Tears. That's the one I'm thinking.
Oh yeah.
No More Tears, and
Probably he'll probably do fucking. He'll probably do something from his other albums too, like he might do the fucking.
the one with Billy Morrison.
No,
You don't think he's gonna do that?
no, I think he's gonna do the one that with Elton John. I think Elton John's gonna be
He did a song with Elton John.
there. Yeah, Patient Number 9 or something like that. Ordinary Man.
Ordinary Man.
See now that I remember that.
Now that you say that, now you say that Elton John's gonna be there.
Might
I'm
be.
gonna be like,
I think it would be a possibility.
see, now I'm thinking, fuck, I missed out.
And now I'm thinking
Because Elton John is on my list of musicians that I wish I would have seen because they were so influential in me getting into music because Elton John was on the Muppets. 5-year-old Aaron just loved the Muppets.
Yeah.
He still does. And all those people that came through there, people were lining up to get on them. The fact that Alice Cooper, Kenny Rogers, Loretta Lynn, Star Wars,
Star Wars.
Elton John, we just said, the list goes up. The Milton Berle one is fucking great. The one where Milton Berle's going up against fucking Waldorf and Statler. It's
Those two are my
like
fucking
seriously,
favorite.
like you can't. I don't think that you could even be allowed to write the shit that they were saying back and forth to each other. It was just because it's insulting.
Yes, that was the point.
Because
That was the humor.
where are we at here? Here's a story for you.
We don't have time for one more.
We always
story.
got room for one more story. Here's the last story. Here's the atrocious word of the day. The last word. Whatever it is.
Oh, this is Craig One's final word of the day.
Craig wants final word of the day. So, Mrs. Aaron has a friend that lives on
But
the
that's what I was going to make me want me to make the movie for. Craig One's final word.
we've talked about that one.
Yeah.
So it's on the island. She just got like Johnny's got his retirement job. The Demolition Derby is super fun. I'm coming. I love super fun. Friend on the island. Dream job, government job, total retirement thing. Easy peasy fucking job. They have a meeting about something, and her friend, who's a lot like us, talks a lot like you. Would be like how you are to me.
Yeah,
This girl is to Mrs. Aaron.
right.
Says some shit that's a little bit along the lines of Eddie Hort, let's get on to the next subject. You know,
Yeah.
honestly, one of the high points of the fucking birthday when you're telling the story and you say Andy Hort, and it's like you hear the record scratch because a lot of people are like, "What did he just say?"
Yeah, it just comes out.
And so
The key,
gets written up.
the key is you gotta do it without even the fucking bar.
Yeah.
Thinking about it.
Yeah, that's what it was. And so she gets written up, and she has to do a whole fucking training thing, sensitivity training, yes, based on this thing. Or no, she was threatened with it. She says, if there's another episode, you're gonna have to go through sensitivity training. And I was just like, the next time this happens, whatever, she should come to me. I have a long list of things of like me being written up, and which came very shocking to Mrs. Aaron because it wasn't too long ago. It was maybe May-ish. Yeah, it was around May, early May. I actually got written up at work and sent home from work. This is before I started working locally.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with it. It was two separate events. I used a folding sawhorse as a ladder. It's forbidden.
Fair enough.
I did not know that because I was just like, whatever. It's got little ridges on it. Looks like you could step on it. And so my thing is that safety guy watched me do it. He was standing, I'm here to the wall. Like we're talking like 10 feet away.
Yeah.
He literally watched me, and all I had to do was I had to grab something off of this large electrical panel. I left the tool up there from when I was using the other ladder, but I already got rid of it because I was moving jobs or whatever. I was like, fuck, where did I leave that? Oh, that's right, I left it up there. So it was standing there. I unfolded it. I went up there. I grabbed it. He takes a picture of me. I didn't even know that he took a picture of me breaking these rules. And so he comes back and he's like, yeah, so you weren't supposed to use that, and now we're supposed to, we need to tell you that you have to leave site for the day. And I was like, what? I was like, you watched me do it. And he's like, yeah. I was like, why didn't you just fucking watch me climb up to the fucking top of the goddamn building and stand next to it and fucking jump off, and then when I hit the ground, tell me that I was too close to the ledge? And he's like, what? I'm like, why are you going around fucking like screwing people? Yeah, exactly. I said, why are you going around just trying to purposely catch people? Oh, wait, never mind. We're going to keep going.
Because they're safety officers.
Yeah, and I was like, you literally watched me step to the edge of the fucking building and fucking jump off before you said anything about me fucking being unsafe. And I was like, why are you trying to fuck people over and sending them home so they don't get paid? They can't pay their bills. You're taking the food off the plates of the fucking kids that they feed. And he's like, what? Apparently I hurt his feelings. I hurt the safety guy's feelings.
Good.
He went to his boss. They wanted to send me home for 3 days.
Sweet.
But at the same time, I got to pay my bills.
That's true.
My guy that was on top of me, he's like around, and he protected me, and I was like, but we had a little talk, and he's like, "Did you yell at him?" And I was like, "I maybe raised my voice a little." I downplayed it a little bit.
That's what Betty said too. You tell somebody something, and their fucking feelings get hurt.
I totally forgot about that one, or maybe I was thinking about it, but I let other people talk that day. Yeah, I ripped into this dude. And so when I told the story to Mrs. Aaron, she's like, "You did that?" I was like, "Well, I didn't want to tell you because of the fact that, I didn't want you to worry at the time." But, I don't work there anymore, so it's all good. We're all good. So, yeah, apparently I hurt this guy's feelings about telling him that he's screwing people over and he's taking the food off the plate. I said food off the plate.
Good. Good. People need to quit being sensitive.
There was a little bit, yeah, no, but the fact that what I did was wrong, I will admit that. If it's not a proper ladder, I'll admit that.
Yeah.
But the fact that he watched me do it, took the picture, then reported it,
Oh, I know.
then said I'm not supposed to do it. That is the same as jumping off the fucking edge of a fucking 25-foot story building and then saying, you shouldn't have been standing that close.
There used to be this kid at work. Me and Wes would just be sitting in the sign shop. He'd work on the detail side. He'd be sitting in the sign shop. Then we'd just be sitting there. We'd be talking like we are now. A fucking kid would like hide behind the corner. He'd like take our picture and send it to Ryan. Dude, it's like, dude, do you really think that's gonna make a lick of fucking difference? It's just gonna get you a punch in the fucking head.
So 5-6 years ago, around 2019, so around 6 years ago, I invented Shank Day. I was working on a construction site where music with radios and headphones were absolutely forbidden. It's November. We had toots on, and we would have things hidden. Earbuds hidden underneath the toot. And it's first thing in the morning. And I was talking to another guy just like this. And we both had them in. We knew that we both did. And there was a third guy there. He's this young 19-year-old apprentice dude. And so, how did it go? So basically he said something to me and then I said something back and he couldn't hear me because his earbud was going. And I took my earbud out. I said, sorry, you couldn't hear me, but I did the exact opposite. I was like, oh, sorry, you obviously couldn't hear me. Blah, 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 blah. And then I put my earbud back in and then he took his out to talk to me. And it just went back and forth. This young apprentice fucking goes and rats us out because somebody comes around the corner and they're like, we know you have them. You know what? I'm just gonna say, don't have them, but if you do, blah blah. You try to be our friend at the same time. Just don't make it known that you have them. You know, whatever. Everybody's got them because everybody did. And he's just be like, and I was like, what the fuck was that all about? Like, this guy came from out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
And the other guy was like agreeing with me, and I was like, what was that fucking kid? That fucking kid brought us out. And he's like, what are you going to do about it? I was like, I'm going to shank him. And he's like, what? And I take my Robertson, my square head screwdriver. I'm going to fucking shank him with this. And he's like, why that one? I was like, because it's the most blunt and it will hurt the most. And he's like, oh, okay. And then so on that day, Shank Day was invented. So every Friday from that point on, it was just like, it was Shank Day on Friday. And it grew and a little bit. And then all of a sudden, another kid asked, like, why are you going to shank somebody with your most blunt? And I was like, because it's going to hurt. And he just said to me, you thought about this way too much. And I was like, did I? And I was just like, yeah, that's the way it's going to go down. Shank Day. Because years and years ago, I did work in Kent Maximum Security Prison. I brushed up against razor wire. That was on I don't know what it was. We were putting in security cameras, whatever. But I did brush up against some razor wire. It went through my jacket. Didn't cut me, but it sliced my jacket. I didn't even know I even came close to it.
Really?
And so that's the whole point of like, when something's really sharp, you won't even feel it cut you. But blunt, Blunt, you're gonna
That's right.
feel.
That's right. Because sharp severs the nerves.
Yeah,
Blunt works.
yeah, exactly. That's the lesson for the day, kids.
Lesson of the day, this day is over. Aye, ayes and goodbyes.
Yeah, I goodbyes. Oh, we went over as again as always.
And we started
that means
early.
that means it's a good show.
It was. And we started early.
We started like 5-10 minutes early or
And
whatever.
we're overtime. You're welcome.
You're welcome. Exactly.
Happy Canada Day.
Happy Canada Day. Just remember the guy at the top. This is the fucking political part of the show. The guy at the top is the guy at the top. The flag is still the flag. Basically, what it comes down to. Support the flag. Don't support the guy at the top.
Right.
And it goes for anything you see on the southern part of the 49th parallel. I was talking to Tanya, and I was telling her that it was like, he is the number one comedy right now in Canada. Yeah, she's like. Cheers, Pat. Pat, hope to see you on Friday.
Cheers.
We're gonna let you know when we're going. We're gonna try and be there for I think the show whenever the doors open.
I think they start. I think they open at
Doors at
6:30.
6:30. So Pat, meet us in the parking lot where you met us on last weekend.
I almost ran him over.
What?
I almost ran him over.
Nice.
I saw him.
But yeah, Pat, look for us. We'll be looking for you.
Yeah, I'll meet you outside, buddy.
We'll meet you outside. It's always a good time. The fact that I got complimented at the end of the night that night from the Chill House themselves. I said, you are here all the time, and you talk to these guys when they're after they play to say, keep going, don't stop, and I mean that. I really do. Because of the fact that these young kids, especially that kid that plays with Maleficent, that we had on the show, he's fucking 14.
Yeah.
He's the fucking future. We need that kid playing drums. I don't care if it's in a fucking death metal band. I don't care if it's in a hardcore band. I don't care if it's a punk band. Whatever it is, that kid needs to keep going. That's why I'm saying when I saw him play, he reminded me of Solid. The fact that he can play. Because look what he's like. Look at all the bands that we've seen that guy play with over the years, from drums to singing, back to drums to Lachinga to Lovebird, which is like the furthest thing from anything you would ever imagine in 1992.
Yeah. The Fiends.
The Fiends.
The Fiends were always fun.
The Fiends were fun. He got a tryout with DOA because we forced him to.
Yeah.
Just that's what that kid reminds me of, and that's why I tell that kid, just keep fucking playing, just don't stop. And the rest of those kids and those bands, they played last weekend, but we went to the Canada Day thing. Just keep fucking playing. Not only keep playing, but also go and support each other. I know there's a lot of shit going on when we played, and it really hurt that they don't come out and see me playing. Whatever. But you have to, because the fact that you have to support, not only do you support the bands, but you got to support the venues.
Yeah.
Because we've seen it. Like, look at how the Vancouver scene thrived in the 80s to the 90s, and now they're all fucking condos. Not even just the venues where bands played, but the venues where there was nightclubs and everything like that, like Love Affair and all those other ones. I don't think a day went by on Monday morning I didn't hear from fucking Kathy talking about fucking Kathy and who's the other one?
Sarah?
No, the other one.
Diana.
Talking about fucking Love Affair. And I was just like, and going to this place at 4 a.m. It was an after hours club and whatever. And it was almost like the Chill House. There's no alcohol in this place. It was because it was after hours, Everybody was already drunk and stoned. Probably even getting more stoned. But you got to support the music. You got to support the venue. So even if you pay a couple bucks just to hang out at this place, just do it. You got to support the venue.
Yeah. Now that being said, he goes on too long.
I do. I fucking will go on rants.
We'll
So
save the rant for next
there'll always be another rant about something. Like and subscribe. Don't hit the notification thing because we're always,
Yeah.
it's erratic. And it was just, it's erratic and erotic. Just go to hell.
Yeah.
1 hour, hey, there's a timer. 1 hour, 20 minutes. Fuck.
There you
Holy
go.
Shit. Back, see you Saturday, Friday. See
Friday.
you Friday.
Friday.
Oh, wait. We'll still do it.
We'll still do it.
Yeah, I think it's this one. Yep, it was. We'll just do this one.